Welcome back. We're really in the middle of the golden age period of tango music, and it's worth stepping aside a little bit from the dance to talk about Eva Peron, Evita. Tango was the plaything of the poor. It was a release for people after a hard week of working to go to milongas and dance. Evita was a great supporter of the poor and in that way was a great supporter of tango. There are two places worthy of visit if you are lucky enough to go to Buenos Aires. One is the museum that's dedicated to Evita. There they play tango music in the background, there are some darkened rooms and you can view film of the speeches that Juan Perón and Eva Perón made, the original speeches that they made. The other place to visit is the Plaza de Mayo, the main square in the centre of Buenos Aires, and on one edge of the square is the building La Casa Rosada, the Pink House, or more in this case, the Pink Palace. When I was there, by showing my passport and proving that I was a tourist, I could walk through the various rooms in that building and eventually out onto the balcony that Evita would have spoken to many thousands of people crowded into that square. While I was there were just a few hundred people wandering aimlessly about, nobody looking in my direction, but nevertheless that provided me with my very best goosebump moment in Buenos Aires. I could stand on that balcony for a few moments and say, "I am loved by the poor and hated by the oligarchy." One of the quotations that is often used about Evita, and what a great statement that is. Evita was not only very feminine, and this is shown by, in the museum you can see a number of Paris gowns that she wore. I did at one stage think that it was quite wrong for her to be wearing such expensive clothes whilst supporting the poor, but an Argentinian friend of mine put me right on that because Evita wanted to be very feminine. She inspired Argentinian women by being very feminine, but at the same time she was very active politically. She was a great ambassador for Argentina in relationships with other overseas countries, and she worked tirelessly to get the vote for Argentinian women, and that was achieved in 1947. Sadly, she died of cancer in 1952, and initially her body was stolen and mutilated, but then it was returned to Buenos Aires, and she rests in the Recoleta ceremony. And fresh flowers are put on her grave every day. So there was hatred for her, but then there is still great love for her. She was a significant figure in the development of Argentina, and the development of women, and consequently in the development of tango. In the next little video I'll talk about what happened in 1955. Thanks for viewing.